The meeting of the Dare County Board of Elections is called to order at 11:01 a.m. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good morning, everyone, and welcome. Thank you for being with us today. We are here today to canvass and certify to the state the results of the March 3rd primary for Dare County. Take it away, Madam Director.
Good morning.
Yeah, wait,
Hold on.
forgot we had all the minutes.
Okay.
Did everyone get a chance to look over the revised minutes yesterday for the 2nd, 3rd, 6th, and 10th?
Yes.
Is there a motion to approve all 4 sets of minutes as presented?
I will make a motion to approve the minutes for March 3rd, 2nd, 3rd, 6th, and 10th as presented.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Now take it away.
So, as Sandy said, we will review and certify the election results in Canvas. What you have in front of you is a printout from the state site with the unofficial primary election results. And these are updated to include the 16 provisional ballots. And the reason why I printed this off of the state site, this is what the public sees, but also it really does put things in a good order so that you can see the precincts reported and the ballots cast. And the next item that you have is a very colorful 2-page chart. And there's a lot on this. What this is we call this a Canvas reconciliation worksheet. And this changes as we upload results. And it's broken down into categories. It's got the precincts on the left. It has the election day, the early voting, the absentee by mail, the provisional, and then the totals. It's also broken down into ballots cast versus voter history, and then there's in-person differences. You see things in red and in parentheses, and that is the worksheet just kind of making note of maybe in-person versus curbside versus transfer. But what you really want to look at is on the second page, after in the last category under totals. After all the work is done and the figures have been moved from category to category, if you notice under totals, ballots cast versus voter history matches. And that same total, that 9,361, with a total difference of 0, which is fantastic. I haven't seen this in quite a few elections where we didn't have anything to discuss or consider. Our voter history, which means the documentation that we have of everyone who presented to vote in whatever form, matches perfectly with the number of ballots that was cast. So kudos to our poll workers and to the staff. Wonderful job there. Not always an easy task. And that same figure is also reflected on these election results. And then the last document that you have is a screenshot, and it's really it would be pages and pages. It would be, if I printed the whole thing, it would be 9,361 rows of voters. But what I wanted you to see was at the top. This is our voter history review in SEAMS. This is our voter management app that we use. We call it One Stop or SOSA management system. It's just one of the applications in SEAMS. And this is where all the votes, you see early voting, but if you were to keep scrolling, it would also be absentee by mail. It would also be election day. But at the top, you see that figure I highlighted, 9,361. That's voter history. So that number is, again, that is the that's the history. That's the
Raw data.
the people that have come in. So that's the tally of all of the interactions that we had, whether it be them signing an absentee ballot envelope, whether it be a provisional with an application that they signed, whether it be an ATV or an early voting authorization to vote form. That's that interaction that we had with the voter that was, selected and clicked as voted. That matches the number of ballots we have, and that's always the goal. Do we have an entry level, an entry for every person that voted to match the number of ballots? And we do. So what I want you to look at now are the tapes. These are what came from the tabulator. So what you have there is voter history. And so these are those results. These are the ballots. This is the tape that counted all the ballots. So you've got election day, you've got early voting, and you have absentee by mail. So those are the tapes. This are the reports that you're going to sign at the end of this. We've looked at these before. These are reports that will go to the state and the clerk's office. They say unofficial now because until you certify the results, they're still unofficial. And once you do that, I will go and click finalize and reprint these without that watermark. One of them is the primary election results by precinct. So it's a list of the contest and the voters. And the other one is the primary election results by contest. In case you wanted to take a second look at the provisional voters that you looked at, that's also in this box. One of the things that the county, that the state suggests, if you wanted to look at, were different forms of our reconciliation. So I did include the ballot reconciliation chain of custody sheets just for you to look at. It shows that the chief signed off on reconciling. And then also, this is the call-in sheets. I gave you the ones from the precinct. We also keep the same sheet in the office. So every time they call in, we have a sheet that matches the precinct that they're supposed to keep one, and then we keep one. And it is the 10, 2, 4, and 7:30. It shows at each one of these times the last ATV number, the number of voided ATVs, number of provisionals, spoiled, challenged, public count. And these are all the just different ways that we reconcile daily on election day. We also have them for early voting. So anything that you don't have here that you want to look at, just let me know. I pulled just some things that I thought would help sort of put pieces of the puzzle together. You can split this up. I can pass out some of it.
You want to start with it, Sandy, or?
Just start it down there, just start the whole thing and pass it down to avoid confusion, I think.
Something else I can give you if you want to just kind of jot this down for breakdown. The provisionals, we had 16. The absentee by mail, we had 75. And these are total ballots cast that would be reflected in the tapes. Election day, we had a total of 5,025. And early voting, we had a total of 4,245. So if you were to, and I have one calculator, I can bring in more. If you were to total those groups of tapes, those are the numbers that you should get, that you will get. That comes up to, when you add them all together, 9,361. So again, we are just balancing. And this is what we do. This is what I do when I'm reconciling. Before I present this to you, I'm making sure that there's no conflicts in the voter history, that if there was something canceled, that's reflected, that I have a canceled ATV to document that. Again, everything needs to match. Everything needs to balance. If there's 100 pieces of signed documentation that someone voted, then there should be 100 ballots to match that. And if there's ever a discrepancy, then we do our research and we figure out why. We would present that to you if it's something that's not just an administrative issue. And we don't have any of that, so I'm very happy about that. Is there any questions about the process of voter history versus ballots cast? Anything that you want to ask about? The absentee envelopes act as that authorization. That's why they sign it. They have witnesses. It becomes their, that piece of voter history that we scan in and document, and it becomes their history entry. On election day, they sign something that we call an ATV, which is an authorization to vote form. On early voting, it's the same form, but it's called an early voting.
An application to vote.
Application to vote, for early voting application to vote. And that form lists the voter's name and address and VRN. It lists their age, and then there's a list of requirements that they have to sign off on in order to be eligible to vote. And once they sign that, they're issued a ballot. And so there should not be a piece of paper issued without a ballot. They should always match. And that's the main foundation of what we're reconciling.
This is the benefit of when we don't have 150 write-in votes using different names for a contest.
Yes.
Because as I recall, at our last canvass, we had to reconcile through all the different
Yes.
variations of the names that had been written in for
Right.
one of the write-in candidates.
Yes, if this is a good election, there were no write-ins at all. So that is one step we can avoid this time, which is wonderful, because write-ins are hard.
Mhm.
It's a lot of work that goes into that.
It's one of the benefits of a partisan primary, no write-ins.
And it's great to see an initial tally from the reports, Kelly. That's always good news
Yes.
for us when
Yes.
everything prints out and the reports jive to the
Yes.
numbers. That's always a good election procedure.
One of the reports that the state uses and they like to see is something called a canvas block style. And it's got precincts, it's got the number of registered voters, and then it starts to break down the ballots cast, and it matches tapes. It's got statistics, and you can take a tape from one of the precincts and you can follow the votes. And that's one of the things that we use before we upload. I would insert a thumb drive. I would print this report. I would make sure it matches the tape, and then I would take that and upload it to the state as the result on election night. So it's another checks and balance. I have this in triplicate because this is one of the reports that we send to the state that you sign. So I'll go ahead and include that. And this is also one of the things that if you wanted to, look at in comparison to tapes, there's 3 of them, so you can kind of look through. And if you want, I can put some of the tapes down there. There's a lot of them.
There's a lot.
Yeah. So,
All right.
Do you want me to check every single precinct for every vote?
that is up to the board's pleasure. You don't have
I was
to.
gonna check a couple. and
Yeah.
Kind of leave it at that.
Right, so here's some tapes here if y'all want to get some. Anything you want to see, just, let me know, but, that's the good thing about the reports. They really do help you see the balance, reports coming from different areas.
Population has dropped a little bit, especially in KDH, because it was up close to 7,000 for a while.
So also, one of the things that you'll do is you will complete the supplemental abstract. That's the same thing that you did at the pre-election meeting. There's no change. So the tape that we did there's no other tape. So we're basically copying the same information on the supplemental. But what will go with that is just the short list of what we call supplemental executed absentees. That's everything that came in that you stand on election day. It's everything that came in after 5 p.m. the day before election day. And this is sort of a blend of old processes mixing with new law that hasn't quite caught up with each other. Because typically what would be on the supplemental was everything that came in after 5 o'clock the day before, but it was done on a different machine at the provisional supplemental meeting because we had that extended deadline of everything that came in up until 3 days after election day would go on to between 5 p.m. the day before up to 3 days postmarked after election day would all go on a supplemental. So it would be a different tape. It would be different totals. We still have to do the process, even though we haven't counted anything. So that will be done in triplicate. Sorry about that, but got to do it. So that will be one of the things that you'll do at this meeting.
Because giving you the tapes with nothing.
Lots of things to sign.
No, this is all by precinct.
Because there's nothing to check the tapes against here. That's okay, we wanted to show for the public that we've looked at them, so here, my dear, you can compare them to the error.
You can,
You can check the totals.
you can do the total
Yes.
votes
And
cast.
actually, the totals are the same.
Mhm.
Great.
On this unofficial results, you can see like the last county upload was March 6th at 5:24 p.m. We were supposed to have, so our meeting concluded at 4, and we were supposed to have our results counted by 5, which you did, and reported. But when I got back to my desk, there was a fiber cut somewhere in the county. So we had lost all ability to access the internet. So we couldn't access Themes. I couldn't access FileZilla. So I had to get some help from the state getting that uploaded. But we got it.
And just to confirm for the benefit of the record, we received nothing that came in through the 5 o'clock deadline yesterday to review. Because if we had received something, we were supposed to consider that today. But let's just confirm, we've received nothing, so there was nothing for us.
Yes,
to do.
ma'am. So the what we call UOCAVA ballots, which are Uniform Military and Overseas ballots, can be accepted up till 5 p.m. yesterday if they were mailed. And so we keep a close eye on that, and nothing came in. Had they, that would be what we would consider before we move forward, because we would accept, you would approve that ballot if it needed to be. We would run the tapes, we would run new reports and all of that first. But we had nothing.
No, just to confirm, because it's always good to know that we did wait until the last possible moment that the
Yes.
state says someone can vote. And when we receive nothing, then we can proceed to certify based upon what we have today.
Yes. Mhm.
Thank you, Kelly.
Here, this goes with that batch.
We lost a few people in my precinct. We used to be at 798,
Mm-hmm.
now it's 764.
Yeah, all the numbers are going down.
I relinquish to.
They all finally figured it out.
Should have given more.
There'll probably be another exodus.
Well, in duck, they just die.
John's
24.4.
Not bad.
Not bad for, yeah.
This report go with these or no?
You can check it against this
Yes, yeah, just add
with your
totals.
precinct totals, yes.
I thought we had 39,000 votes the last, 39,000 registered voters. Because this is,
Although I was thinking, right. 35,000. U.S. Senate Dem.
Right, so U.S. Senate Dem, Darrell Farrell, 0, Dews, 2, Cooper, 16, Cologne, 1. Marcus Williams, 0, Quick, 0, no overvotes, no undervotes.
Okay.
Court of Appeals Judge Dem.
Hold on. Okay.
Court of Appeals Judge, seat 3, Dem, Whalen, 11, Walzek, 8, no unders, no overs.
Okay.
We go back to U.S. Senate Republican, Dupree, 1, Dupree, 2, Dancy, 2, Don Brown, 5, Watley, 30, Temple, 1, Morrow, 3, Johnson, 3, no undervotes, no overvotes, 10 undervotes.
Okay.
Do you want me to read that again since I screwed up? It's 2 for Dupree.
So it's 2, 2, 5, 30, 1, 3, 3, and under 10.
10.
All
That's
right.
right. Okay. The next one is U.S. House Representative District 1 Republican, Buck out, 11, Buck, 4, Russell, 1, Rouse, 4, Hanig, 33. There are no overvotes. There are 3 undervotes.
Okay.
The next is Court of Appeals Judge, seat 1 Republican, Byrne, 21, Smith, 29. There are no overvotes. There are 6 undervotes. Okay, the next is North Carolina Senate, District 1 Republican. Forsyth, 15, Tillett, 27, Lane, 8, Johnson, 5. There are no overvotes. There is 1 undervote. Okay. The next is North Carolina House of Representatives, District 1 Republican, Sproul, 5, Goodwin, 13, no overvotes, 2 undervotes. The next is North Carolina House Representative District 79 Republican, Armstrong, 17, Kidwell, 15. There are no overvotes. There are 4 undervotes. The next is the Board of County Commissioners, District 1 Republican, Burris, 17, Barnes, 17, Twitty, 19. There is 1 overvote, and there are 2 undervotes. The next is Board of County Commissioners, District 2 Republican, Ross, 35, Hayman, 16. There are no overvotes. There are 5 undervotes. The next is County Board of Education, District 1 Republican, Bear, 8, Walters, 7, Nichols, 34. There are no overvotes. There are 7 undervotes. The next one is County Sheriff Republican, Derringer, 12, Daniels, 3, Rawls, 18, Pierce, 21. There are no overvotes. There are 2 undervotes.
Okay. All right. Do you want to just read this to me while I do
Yep.
this one? Just go straight down the line.
Okay. 0, 2, 16, 1, 0, 0. Next race. 2, 2, 5, 30, 1, 3, 3, 10 undervotes.
Okay.
11, 4, 1, 4, 33, 3 undervotes.
3.
3.
Okay.
The next one is 21, 29, 6 undervotes. The remaining 2 on this page are 11 and 8.
No over under.
Okay. 15, 27, 8, 5, undervotes 1. 5, 13, undervotes 2. Next is 17, 15, undervotes 4. Next is 17, 17, 19, overvote 1, undervote 2. Next is 35, 16, undervote is 5. Next one is 8, 7, 34, undervote is 7.
Hold on.
Last race, 12, 3, 18, 21, undervote is 2.
Okay.
So what we're doing is just transcribing this because we have to sign 3 copies of the abstract.
And one more.
0, 2, 16, 1, 0, 0, no over or under. The next one is 2, 2, 5, 30, 1, 3, 3, 10 undervotes. 11, 4, 1, 4, 33, 3 undervotes. The next one is 21, 29, 6 undervotes. The next is 11, 8. $15, 27, 8, 5, 1 undervote. 5, 13, 2 undervotes. Next is 17, 15, 4 undervotes. The next is 17, 17, 19. There is 1 overvote, 2 undervotes. The next is 35, 16, 5 undervotes. The next is 8, 7, 34, 7 undervotes. The last race on the page, 12, 3, 18, 21, 2 undervotes. Give you all three to start.
Thank you, ma'am.
And here is the tape.
Sandy, this is the supplemental,
I don't know.
oath that you will sign. Also.
Okay.
It goes with that. We didn't have any, but you're just signing that we didn't have any.
Okay.
Okay, as you give those to Mr. Fenninger, I'm going to give you the tape, which we did the abstract. There we go.
There you go.
And here's the civilian.
Okay.
And what you're signing here is just a poll book of all of the absentee by mail for the complete 75 votes.
Which we have studiously
Yes.
reviewed at each meeting.
Yes, so I need a signature on those.
On
You can
those?
do on the front or the last page. Maybe the front would be fine. Okay, start at the back. Okay, I can do that.
That's-
These will be signed as well. That will be signed as well. If I can find the third one.
Okay.
They go to something you have. Signing your John Hancock flourish there.
Yes. I am the modern day John Hancock. Catholic school,
Catholic school.
big loopy handwriting.
There's one more block style report floating around. Does anyone have that? Canvas block style looks like this.
Let's see.
That's the holes punched.
That's all 3 holes in it.
I already gave the one I had back.
Maybe
It's John. John's got it.
No,
No?
Find it.
That's it.
Okay.
so we're signing the poll book of what we have approved at each of the preceding 8 meetings. So they match up to the resolutions in which we approved them as they came in during the early voting period. But there is no poll book until we certify the election.
This is just the 9 absentees. And that gets signature in triplicate as well. And I can go down the chain.
Oh, we got lunch for that, John.
Karen?
Yes. So I was waiting to give this up to Sandy.
Okay.
I have one more.
And 9 absentees. Election day.
John, these guys go to you. Now, those have not gone down to us.
These don't get signed by anybody but me.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
There you go.
Special.
I am special.
That's why her name's on every ballot.
Mm.
Signed it too, right? This is the
Might be a good
canvas block
thing,
style.
might not.
all the votes.
Thank you.
Those are just the 9 from election day.
I would like me to sign this on the front page or the last page.
Either one. We can do the front, it's fine, or you can do it's either.
All right, these are all signed.
Okay.
Can I get a copy of the block report?
The canvas box style? I'm missing one.
Third copy.
There should be 3, and I only have 2. But did everyone look through their?
I know you put 3 down.
This is the 9.
Randy.
Randy's hiding in.
Just wanted to see them there.
Are we signing those as well?
Yes.
So this is the supplemental.
Thank you.
Did I sign it?
You did.
I still haven't seen
You can have it back.
the reports that went that way.
Okay.
That is the 9
Yeah,
that were done on election day.
yeah, I haven't,
Um,
they're already gone.
They'll come back to you.
No, they're not on the
The big
table at all.
stack,
The big stack.
unofficial ballots, that's what.
Yeah. That's why I don't like splitting it up. Did you see them?
Yes.
You're the one that,
They were sitting
Thank
here
you.
and they were scooped up.
I took them.
Assuming-
I apologize. if
it's
I-
all right.
That's okay. It's a little unclear as to.
Kelly, are you moving paper up and down?
Yes.
Signed by the 2 people that they sent. There are
Okay.
3 of those.
This is the canvas box style.
Oh, to have a precinct where your total count is 31.
Gotta love East Lake.
Mm-hmm.
Have your
John?
signature. Or need your signature.
This is the easy part of signing the certifications when all the results tally up.
Okay, done, sorry.
So that will come back in triplicate once you finalize. These 2 reports without the watermark and one
Liz
more
Tobin
cover
signed
sheet.
in your
And so
place.
She did, she's so bad.
you'll have to sign those as well.
I feel like I'm signing with a fountain pen. It stays wet.
Oh, is that Commissioner Woodward's pen?
Yes,
Those are the canvas box styles for you to sign as well.
okay. Do you want this back?
I do. There's 3 of
You
these.
want
Did
it
you get
all
all 3, Sandy?
Yes.
Got it.
I can offer you my fine point pen from Atlantic Union Bank.
With the minutes don't make any sense. Very helpful if we made this.
Thanks. Absolutely.
I don't need to have the context, just what the title was.
Yes, sure.
That way it just shows we signed.
Yep.
And we'll check with A5. So we got
My month-long vacation, I slipped in one of these reports.
Was that the cruise I saw?
That's that page, yeah. Okay, so, those are all the documents for you to sign with the exception of, required by the state. the election results report by contest, by precinct, and then there's an abstract of votes cover, which is sort of the official that you've signed off. These are all unofficial with the watermark until you, at this point, you would move to certify the election if you're comfortable with everything. And then I will go back, finalize, and once I do, I can print the reports without the watermark, and that would be your final signature requirement. So at this point, if you're satisfied,
All right. Is there a motion to certify the March 3rd, 2026 partisan primary results to the state?
I move that we certify the results of the March 6th primary,
March 3rd.
March 3rd primary.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Is there any further discussion, any questions about what you've looked over today?
Nope.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? It is done.
okay, I will be back.
Okay.
You think it's not?
Then,
There's a form floating in these piles. It needs a signature
I'm sure there.
or microscopic examination.
You have a list, Randy, for the minutes of everything that we've signed, so you
I
can
asked her
ignore
for
it.
That was smart. That was smart.
Yeah, because we approved the minutes as presented.
Okay, the board has signed all associated documents with this primary. It has been certified to the state and put to bed. It is done.
It's official.
It is official. Thank you so much for all your hard work, everyone in the office, all of our poll workers who are absolutely outstanding. Thanks to the board for being here, and our observers as well. We appreciate you coming and sitting through all of this. We have a regularly scheduled meeting for the 17th. I don't believe that we're going to have any business next Tuesday. Should that change, we can change our schedules. But I would entertain a motion to cancel the meeting currently scheduled for March 17th at 10 a.m.
So moved.
All right, is there a second?
Second.
Okay, we'll take Tammy. Is there any discussion or any question about that? All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Okay, and we will let you know if something should happen. I can't imagine what it would be. Our next regularly scheduled meeting is 10 a.m. on April 21st. Okay. That's all I've got. Has anyone else got anything? Madam Director, do you have anything? Okay. Is there a motion to adjourn?
I move that we adjourn the meeting of the Dare County Board of Elections.
Is there a second?
I will second.
All right. All in favor?
Aye.
Any objection? Excellent. Thank you so much. We are adjourned at 12:19 p.m.